Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, in this video we will have our quick short discussion on this astrological insight on this very unfortunate incident which happened on June 12th when one of the Air India flight crashed and in one of the province in India where, like, excluding one person, no one was able to survive in that incident. And right immediate after that, there was like a lot of the speculation which was going on. Some people, some experts were probing that this could have been a bird strike, just because recently only India-Pakistan had an escalation. Some experts were also talking about the cyber attack, engine failures or hydraulic failures. So many like conspiracies and speculation were doing the rounds. So now, just because guys, yesterday only like India's Ministry of Civil Aviation and they assigned this investigation to this Aeroplane Accident Investigation Bureau, AAIB. So they like assigned this job of investigation to this department, and the preliminary report which came out, now it is again a matter of the controversy. So this is what we will try to understand. So guys, like when this incident happened, even I was like very deeply moved. So I thought, okay, this does not seems to be the right time to make a video, because if you are a astrology enthusiast and you keep a track on all the planetary transit, so we all were expecting these kind of fire incident, plane crash, because Mars and Ketu were conjunct from like June 7th till July 27th. So somehow we have seen that coming, but just because I did not realize that it will be epicenter of so many controversies. So now guys, what happened in this preliminary investigation report, it was like being quoted over there, like they have been giving more emphasis, like somehow all the major like news platform, media platform, they're like trying to shift the blame or shift the attention from the failure at the Boeing's part, from the flight's part. They're shifting the somehow attention more on towards the pilots, because what has been doing the rounds in all the major news platform is two pilots conversation captured in the black box, in which one pilot has been asking to the, did you turn off the fuel? To which another person said, no, I did not do that. And immediate after that, it was a mayday call. And we know this thing that right after the takeoff of the flight, it actually came down within 1 minute only, within few seconds only. And obviously, like when in the flight system, because I have been also watching a lot of the coverage on this, investigation reports on this, that there is a thing called as the RAT, like ram air turbine. It only come out when all the engines have been failed, the power generation system has failed. So that was also out, and everything happened within few seconds. But somehow the whole attention is going on to shift the attention or the blame to the pilots. Now that is also strange, because these two pilots were like, they had good amount of the flying experience as well. And there has been this expert which I was like watching, and he was like completely shifting the attention. He gave very good explanation, because he's like a trainer and aeronautical expert, aviation expert, but somehow at the end he shifted it to mental health. So many times when I'm giving training to people, there was this guy I was training, and he was not paying attention. When I asked him, he said this thing, yesterday, just immediate before the boarding, my father was complaining of like suicide attempt and all, and somehow I walked him out of that, and I was very stressed, and immediate after that I'm in the flight. So somehow even that guy also tried to shift the attention to the pilot's mental health. So yeah, obviously for us being an astrology enthusiast, knowing the planetary alignment somehow becomes very important. So guys, a few of the slides which I have made over here, and then we will shift to our core discussion. So we know this thing that in the flight, they were like excluding one person, no one was able to survive in that accident. All the passengers, all the crew members, pilots, and even the site where the plane crashed, 19 people over there, they also died. So this person, again guys, if you are like you are a very spiritual person, you believe in the divine protection, so he will be remembered as a case study. So this guy, he was sitting in the seat. Which seat number? 11. So we know that 11 is a very considered as a very spiritual number. So his seat on which he was there, it was 11A, seat number 11. And you can see this is a footage which was captured immediate after the accident. He was like walking, not with any major visible injury. So now guys, yes, we have seen this thing that so why did you cut off? Because now many experts have been saying this thing that the fuel cutoff switch is not that easy that you can within few seconds you can turn it off or on. And the this airplane Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, AAIB, I'm so sorry I used the word aeroplane, Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, in their report as well, they have also shown this thing that in the wreckage the fuel switch was found to be in the run setting. So a lot of the controversy, because now why knowing this becomes very important, guys, because there has been certain cases where the whistleblowers have been mysteriously found dead. We know that Boeing is like how much is the cost of one aeroplane and how many of their planes are there operational, and if there is some fault finding which will happen, so what is going to be the financial impact of that on the company, on the organization. So these kind of incidents have happened in the past. Like even if you will take up the case of like this Indonesia and Ethiopia plane crash in like 2018 2019, so in the investigation report the blame was pinned on the pilots only. So now guys, comes the question. So we know this thing that it happened on June 12th. So 1339 was the time, and based on that, if you will give attention to that, this is the chart which will come to you. So again guys, see, I always give attention to the Panchang as well. The Nakshatra always plays a very significant role. So so it was the Pratipada which is somehow connected with the Agni. The Nakshatra was the Mula. Now guys, we know this thing that if there is any influence of we know this thing that in these 2 months the stress point is the conjunction of the Mars and Ketu. Guys, I will be very honest with you. Right now I am in the activated Antardasha of the Mars. Even at a time when I leave my house, the only thing which I check is the gas and the stove and all. So knowing that becomes very important, that because in my case it is active right now, but even globally. So Mars Ketu conjunction, and if at the time of that incident, if moon is in the nakshatra of the Ketu, so somehow we get slight attention of that. See guys, when we talk about any of these kind of incidents, terrorist attack, natural calamity, somehow all of that is governed by the Ketu. When we talk about Rahu is all about manipulation. Like the way, for example, there have been this Malaysian flight incident. Now in the final submitted report, it has been submitted that it was a Russian missile because of which that incident happened. And even at the time, like last time when that Soleimani was assassinated and Iran was retaliating with the firing, they were like firing some missiles and all, and one of the passenger flight, it also got down because of that. So although none of the authorities claim responsibility for that, so that's what I'm trying to say. That generally happens because of the Rahu. But when it's the Ketu, these kind of incident happens. And again guys, if you will see, moon was that time in the Mula Nakshatra. So, and the Mula Lord which becomes the Ketu, and Mars and Ketu are there in the 12th house. So somehow that gives us this, if I were to only give attention to this thing, I would still say this thing that I don't see much of the controversy as much as like the failure at the aircraft's end. We know this thing that there are like many big players which are involved over here, like Air India, Boeing, like even the aircraft engine maker which is GE. So many big names are involved, and everyone wants to wash away their hands, and someone has to be made the scapegoat, which in this case it's very sad that pilots who did their best have been held accountable, and like with the kind of flying experience they have, you couldn't do that, and you do not have that much of the time to switch those gears, which seems to be a complicated process, in 10-20 seconds. So yes guys, that is all what I wanted to say, and I did not talk about that when that incident happened, because I know that people are very emotional, sensitive and hurt. But now, just because the preliminary investigation report has come, and now there are lot many news which has been coming, like some of the media has also reported this news that the airlines is also somehow asking the financial net worth of some of the family of the passengers who were not able to survive, like just trying to probe that, okay, if you're already rich, wealthy, so why do you need that insurance money, or do you actually need of that compensation amount? So that's very sad, that's very sickening. So yes guys, these days media is something which is so biased, you cannot just blindly trust anything. And with this preliminary investigation report which came, somehow when I was like okay, I need to talk about from the astrological point of view, and based on that guys, which I see in the chart, we would have seen that coming. I feel very sad, and my sympathy goes for the family members of the people who were there on board in that flight. So yes guys, that's just a small video which I wanted to say. So once again guys, thanks a lot for watching this video, and for further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.